Okay, everybody, here we are. Yeah, you and me together again at last. Post-market wrap-up on this Monday, November 18th, 2019. Let me ask you, straight out, are you at all surprised that this market just hit new all-time record highs? Of course not. You know why? Because I told you we were not done. And we're still not done. Stocks are going up from here. The market appears freaking invincible right now. And there's a lot going on to drive it to new highs. It's a completely false market. And I am actually using the words of Donald J. Trump. That's the truth. You think I'm crazy? No, I'm not. Before I get there, let's talk about other assets. Again, you will have no surprise at all. Cryptocurrencies got hit. Gold and silver did basically nothing. And why? Because it's risk on. And a day like today, for me and my Lions, is a gift. Another gift. And I promise you all, this market is not done giving to you. So we Lions, Lionesses, Cubs, love my Cubs. We're going to keep taking. We are going to keep taking. And we're going to take those profits, and what are we going to do? We're going to pay it forward, number one. We're going to donate to a charity that we believe in, and we're going to convert profits into hard assets. The market is false. It's fake. Donald Trump knows it is as well. Now, how can I prove to you that the president knows that the market is absolutely false? Well, he said it. And I want to read this to you. A couple things. 4 things. Number 1, low interest rates creating a false market. That's Donald Trump. 2, by keeping interest rates low, the Fed has created a false stock market. So kind of maybe 1 and 2 is the same. Okay. Number 3, American savers are the worst hit by the Fed's easy monetary policies. Trump said, the ones who did it right, they saved their money and they cut down on their mortgage, and now they're practically getting 0 interest on their money. Number 4, as a real estate businessman, Trump said, I love low interest rates, but for the good of the nation, rates should go higher. Yet every statement here was made directly by Donald J. Trump on September 12th, 2016. I will place a comment with all of this on it so you can see. Now, understand today, now let's flip over to now. The president met with Jay Powell today. Yeah, and they had a very beautiful meeting. I want to read this to you. So the president now, there's a tweet from the president today. Just finished a very good and cordial meeting at the White House with Jay Powell of the Federal Reserve. Everything was discussed, including interest rates, negative interest, low inflation easing, dollar strength. We know he doesn't like the strong dollar, and its effect on manufacturing and trade with China. No mention whatsoever with regard to how this would affect we, the American people, though. Did you notice completely missing from this tweet any mention of what it would mean for the middle class if we have negative rates? Because in 2016, well, all this was outlined by a very smart man, and he was. In 2016, Donald Trump nailed it to the wall. Low interest rates creating a false market. American savers are being punished. This is not good for the nation, and rates should go higher. So let me ask you, why today is the president screaming from rooftops that he wants negative rates when he had said it's not good for the nation? It is fantastic for the multinational corporations, just like in the tweet he admitted today, everything he outlined for us in this tweet. Well, let's see. Let's go over it real quick. Let me find it. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Its effect on manufacturing and trade and others. Not No mention of you or I. Who does he work for? Who do you think this man works for? In 2016, he had your interest in mind. Today, as president, he couldn't care less about you. Not at all. It's all about enriching the corporations, the military-industrial complex, forcing the middle class to subsidize this entire thing. It's absolutely absurd. Now, we found out today that China's walking back the trade deal. Things are not going as well. There is no phase one, nothing at all. But stocks did finish higher today, records across the board. Now, what I want you to understand here, it's incredible. Nothing matters. When you have, like today, Powell, President, beautiful meeting, went great. When they're talking about your future, nothing matters. It's about pumping billions into the market in epic amounts. As a matter of fact, let me read this to you. Something else you're going to really love. And I think you get it, but let me put a perspective on this for you. The real reason why stocks are at new records is very simple. The Fed is buying billions, hundreds of billions in mortgage bonds. They're involved in a massive bank recapitalization bailout. They're buying hundreds of billions in treasury bonds as well, and it's massively inflating its balance sheet. Maybe that's the reason why stocks keep going higher, why the market seems invincible. What do you think? You think that's right, Mr. Trump? I mean, the guy from 2016 who had it right? It's unbelievable how things have changed now. The president now is obviously a liar and thief of the highest order. Prove me wrong. Don't attack me personally, because I know that some of you have no choice, but you have to react because you've been programmed. React. React. No. Prove me wrong. Where am I getting it wrong? I outlined for you Donald Trump in 2016, and he's doing a 180 on everything today. So instead of attacking me personally, I know you have to do that because that's how your brain works. Explain to me and the rest of us where Greg has got it wrong. Who does he work for? Does he work for you? Donald Trump in 2016 laid it out pretty plainly how this whole thing was unfolding and the market was a big fat ugly bubble. What is it now? What about the debt? What about how he called out the Fed with expanding and exploding debt, and it said it was very bad for our nation. But today, we have seen the debt go parabolic, and it's not going to stop. Remember, and it's not his fault, he must outspend the last guy just to keep the illusion real. So he's become a magician. President Trump has become a magician. And he's practicing some kind of black magic, I guess, brainwashing the masses, forcing socialism down our throats. But because it's him, it's not socialism. With the recapitalization bailouts of the banks, all of them, on your back. The farm bailout, this is the second tranche, I believe, and I think more are coming too. This is a free market, or is this socialism? Tell me where I got that wrong, too. I dare you. Yeah, a lot of dares today. Because you know what? You have nothing to say. You can't counter my argument. It's impossible to do. It's really the truth. And I just have to laugh. And I will laugh at every single comment here that can't back up whatever they're saying against what I am saying without facts. I am showing you the facts. I am demonstrating the facts to you. I have called this market more accurately than anyone else on the planet. I have told you what the Fed would do. I explained to you the good cop, bad cop between the president and the Fed. Now they're beautiful. They're friends. They're cuddling together. I hope they both shaved. You know what I'm saying? But this is what's going on here. It's the end game. It's the final solution, and you are being played like a grand piano. And it doesn't matter who sits in the pretty White House. Any one of these Democratic shitheads, how's that, who gets in there, if they do, is going to do the same thing. They can say whatever they want to, just like Donald Trump did in 2016, and then do a 180. You expect it to be any different? It's the environment, people. Inflate and inflate. It's a grand plan solution for the central banks, especially the Fed, to own the world. Create massive legions of slaves on a grand scale. That's what they're doing. This is why the middle class no longer exists anymore. And we have a president playing right into it. Again, look at his tweet. Right on his Twitter feed. He does not mention you at all. Not the middle class. He explains how it's good for corporate America. But you don't matter. You don't matter. Okay? You better get hip to it. And understand where you stand in the grand scheme of things. Right? With that said, and this Donald Trump admitting we have a false market, let me know what you think. And do you think maybe you should share this video and get it out there? Let people understand what's going on? Or you want to keep it to yourself? Anyway, with that said, I'm out of here. See you in the morning. I do love you, truly.